Hey guys, we're back for another Terraria episode. I promised that I would do two Terraria episodes in a row, and that will be the end of all the promises that I made. So I made the balloons video I promised, I made the two Terraria episodes that I promised right now. So we're kind of sort of all caught up. I still do need to make one extra balloons video, because I gotta pop the bad with the farm. But that's probably gonna do that tomorrow or day after. Yeah, we're back with Terraria. We got some solid early game equipment last time, so we're probably going to be venturing into the Crimsons today. It's looking like the right side Crimson's going to be easier to traverse, so I'll try and make some iron armor first. So yeah, let's get on that. For now, I'm just going to like make the NPC houses be where I set up my crafting stuff. Later on, I will make myself like a nicer house where I can like have everything all organized, but for now I'm just going to dump everything on top of the NPC houses. 13 gold. Do we have a merchant yet? I don't think we have a merchant yet. Also, the music's kind of loud. That's probably better. Right, actually, never mind. I'm going to turn it up to 20. I've been noticing on the recordings that what sounds normal to me actually sounds very quiet for you guys, so I'm going to turn it up a little bit more. Hopefully that's good for the video quality. We've got extra iron, 51. We need 60 bars, so we need 9 more bars to make a full iron set. I'm pretty sure there should be 9 iron somewhere in this cave. I might actually start the video by going down, just like scavenging for some iron, because I do want to have... Oh, I remember there was some iron this way. I'll look for that. So we need 9 bars, 3 ore per bar, so we need 27 ore. I'll just head over to the Crimson right now. I mean, I've got solid armor, I've got a weapon that can kill stuff. Honestly, I probably don't even need to hide from the zombies anymore now I have a chance at boomerang. And my armor does crazy damage still, too. We got fries, by the way. That was from a random enemy. You can get food as a random drop from certain enemies. Try not to just eat it randomly, because it's a pretty useful item. It's better to save those foods for bosses. I mean, you can if you want, because there are ways to get foods later on, but I prefer to save my foods for bosses. You also notice I got some extra potions here. I got Archery and Iron Skin. Iron Skin's a good boss fighting potion. Archery... Oh, I was completely not looking at the screen there. But Archery is good for archers, of course, but not an archer right now. So, yeah, you saw that face monster. Face monsters are just a regular enemy that you find in the Crimson. So, like, they're... I don't think they're quite as strong as zombies, but they're still much stronger than slimes, so... this looks like a solid cave, actually. I'm going to try exploring down here so I can see if there's any iron, which there is iron. That's very nice. So yeah, I'll quickly mine out this, because I really do want to get myself some full iron armor before I try going really heavy into the Crimson. But, so there's another strategy that's pretty useful for Crimson exploring. It's where, so in the Crimson there are, how do I say? In the Crimson, there are heart orbs, and if you break the heart orbs with a hammer, you will get fancy loot. And that fancy loot is probably going to outclass my boomerang if I get something good out of it. Of course, I could just get something garbage and it would be worthless, but like if I get a blood rain or there's a gun, I guess called the Undertaker, the gun is. But if I get the gun or the staff or the spear, those would all be pretty nice. We did just get actually enough, we actually did just get enough iron to make a full set of iron armor. So I'll do that when I get back to the base, but for now, actually, I am going to be exploring the Crimson. We're looking for a cave right now made out of this crimstone. By the way, I can't mine this. I can't mine it even with a gold pickaxe, by the way. I think I need a crimtane pickaxe, and I'm not going to get that until the 3rd boss. I've talked a bit about boss order. Is that more iron? I think that's a big iron vein. I'm gonna mine down and take a look at this. And I might end up cutting this if, yeah, if there ends up being a lot of iron here. There's a Chimera here. Okay, that's far enough away. I'm gonna block myself in here and then just cut when this iron is mined. Alright, we're back. I got totally scammed. There was just a single piece of iron and nothing else. That's actually the first time I've seen, like, those bait and switch, big veins. I've got to get in this cave here, because this Crimtane cave is the thing that I'm looking for that has those heart things that I can break with a hammer. So I do want to get down here. Do I have bombs? I do have bombs, okay. The only way for me to break Crimstone right now is with bombs. Well, so I guess I kind of lied when I said I couldn't break them. But yeah, so I'm going to go down to the base of this cave. I healed myself there, by the way. I have my heal bound to R. I think that mobile players have a heal button, but I use keyboard, so key. So, I'm going to try and get these hearts that are as inconvenient spots as possible, because these actually spawn a boss if you break 3 of them. So I only have 2 chances of getting a solid weapon out of these. But since they spawn a boss every 3, I want to break the 2 that are in the most inconvenient spot possible. I'm gonna quickly torch around here just to make sure I can see if anything's coming up behind me. So I'm gonna need some space to back away from the bomb just in case, you know, it's a bomb. So, sticky bomb. I think I'm gonna need 4. That's probably enough to get into the cave. Do I have a crafting table? I do have a crafting table on me, so I can make a wooden hammer right now. There's space to place it. I think I can place it here. I can't. Okay. I'm gonna make a little scaffold here to put my crafting table on. I can make myself a hammer. So the hammer is kind of the least useful tool. It's high between the hammer and the axe, but so the hammer is good for breaking these orbs, and breaking background walls. Oh, there we go. We got the gun actually. So that's the best possible thing I could have hoped to get out of these. So honestly, I don't even really need to break the second one, but I will just anyway. Okay. So yeah, that's a very strong goldfish. Okay, so I'm gonna go down this hole over here. Actually, I've got a lot of bombs, so I'm gonna use a bunch of bombs and just take the air route. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's enough. Or at least for now. Yeah, okay, so toss down 2 more bombs. I had to put my wood armor back in the accessory slots, so I'm out of inventory space again. I'll try and get some organized space afterwards. The reason why I tossed some extra bombs down there is because actually you see there's a mushroom biome down here. You can hear the mushroom biome background music too. But since there's a mushroom biome down there, I want to try and get down there. Usually there are some pretty solid items in the mushroom biome. I mean, not like the most solid in the world, but typically there's at least a couple heart crystals, and heart crystals are useful for me. We got a light pet too, and that's very nice, at least for the visibility of the screen. I don't need a bow statue, but this Crimson Heart, like if I equip this, now you can see that there's just like a permanent little light source that's following me around. It's not the best light source, but it'll do. I'll toss another bomb or 2, probably 2 bombs. So that should break us out of the Crimson biome, and now we're into the Mushroom biome. You can see it's all glowy and stuff. That's gold right here. It's pretty tough to see through the blueness, but I can tell. So yeah, I'll go over and bomb out this gold, because gold is the best stuff I can have. I might actually, depending on how skill issue I am, how much skill issue I have, I might end up bombing out enough gold to get myself a full gold armor set, because, you know, if gold is the best stuff I have, I might end up needing it. There's only 3 gold left, so I'll break that with my pick. Okay, and then I'll try and dig out of here before I drown. So, you can see the Spore Skeleton. The Mushroom biome tends to have pretty tanky enemies, actually. They hit hard and have a lot of health, but, I'm expecting that there's going to be a heart crystal somewhere in here, because you can see that there's a lot of flat area here, and in that flat area there's almost always at least 1 heart crystal. I'm not seeing any heart crystals. How lucky. Okay. If you're going ranger, by the way, you're going to need to get some glowing mushroom seeds, and then plant a mushroom biome on the surface, but I'm not going ranger, so I don't need to do that. That's actually my least favorite part of ranger, having to make that mushroom biome thing. It's just kind of annoying. Mage doesn't require all that much prep, and melee doesn't require all that much prep, and summoner kind of requires a bit of prep, but summoner's prep is fun, so I don't mind that. I'm gonna toss down the last of my sticky bombs, and that'll mine out that gold. Okay, yeah, so taking a look around the screen right now, it's not looking like there's actually as much stuff down here as I thought. So I'll go over. Oh, I can actually see that there's a mushroom house on that side there, so I will head over there. I'm gonna be careful not to get too tapped by a jellyfish again. Mother Slime is kind of camping my oxygen, so I'm gonna try and kill that too. I'm probably gonna have to eat a little bit of damage here to actually breathe. There we go. Okay. Are all the baby slimes stacked? Yeah, they are stacked. Okay, there's a lot of enemies here. This is actually getting kind of bad because I can't really tower up if the enemies are spawning faster than I can kill them. I have ropes. There, my ropes. So yeah, I'm gonna tower up here and just ignore that skeleton. I kind of have to ignore this bat too. Just hope it doesn't hit me in time. Okay, there we go, I got out. So, yeah, I believe the mushroom biome actually has one of the highest spawn rates in the game. So, you tend to find a lot of enemies down here. There's not a single heart crystal in this entire mushroom biome. That's insane. Dang. Okay. Well, I will be mining down to this house right now, but it's kind of boring, so I'm just gonna cut out. Alright, we're back. I bombed my way in. And we got a mushroom chest. Anything good? Nothing good. Great. Invisibility potions. I have no idea if invisibility potions are useful for anything, but I mean, I can sell them at least, so I'll do that. It's looking like that's it for this section of the mushroom biome. There is more cave down here, actually, so I will go check this out. This is actually a very fruitful mining expedition. We got one life crystal. Oh, Hermes boots, that's great. Okay, so Hermes boots are absolutely S tier accessory. We got some better heal potions. That's not all that impactful, but it's definitely not bad either. Featherfall pots, those are useful. What do I want to get rid of though? Oh, yeah. So there's a loadout section, so I can use that loadout as some extra space. I want to take this throwing knife because I want to pick up the gold chest, but I don't know what I can put away for it. I don't want to get rid of the flare gun. I know I have a much better gun, but I want to keep the flare gun so I can sell it. I'm probably actually going to get rid of this tungsten, because tungsten, well, I have enough iron to make iron stuff. I'm going to have enough gold to make gold stuff soon, so I'm probably not going to end up needing the tungsten. I'm going to take a look down here, because it looks like there's a lot more cave this way. Yeah, okay. Looks like another starter cave got buried under the crimson. You can see that that red heart is providing light now, even when... Oh, there's a dart trap. You see this right at my cursor right there. There's a pressure plate. When you see those pressure plates, try to avoid them, but of course, I mean, I didn't see it. I don't know if you guys were able to see it. I don't even know if the quality on the video is high enough for you guys to see it. Oh, there's another trap over here. Sometimes you can see the trap before you see the pressure plate. So right at the edge of my cursor here, there's a dart trap, and it leads to a pressure plate right here. There will be an easier way to see them later on, but we're not going to get that for a little while. We need the fourth boss dead before we can do that. Oh, amethyst topaz. This yellow gem in particular is very useful. We don't have the exact use for it yet, but we will want it later. What do I get rid of? I'm gonna get rid of these glowing mushrooms. Glowing mushrooms, they're really only useful for crafting potions, but I'm not a fan of crafting potions. Or at least I'm not a fan of crafting healing potions. Typically you just get enough healing potions just from random sources that you don't need a mushroom. Okay, so that's it for this cave. I'm actually gonna mirror back. I keep calling this mirror, by the way, because eventually we're going to get a magic mirror, and the magic mirror will allow us to infinitely teleport home. So this is the merchant, by the way. He's our second NPC. We can sell stuff to him, and I'm really hoping that we can get the... mining hat right now. Oh, we're at 6 gold already. We're kind of rich. Okay, so there's a mining hat. That's very nice. I'm just going to get rid of this wooden armor. I know it doesn't sell for anything, but eh. So now when I'm in a cave, I'll equip this... Oh man, it's Blood Moon. Okay, so Blood Moon equals scary. During the Blood Moon, it's tough. It's tough. So during a Blood Moon, zombies can actually open doors, which is scary. So I put a block in front of all of these doors, so now the zombies can't get in. You also can't sleep through the night, which is rather annoying, but there's nothing I can do about that. I'm gonna piggy bank here. Oh, by the way, beds in Terraria. They don't, like, sleep through the night, they just speed up the speed of time. So, I'm pretty much just going to AFK through this. I will place a piggy bank, by the way. The piggy bank, it stores your coins for you. I mean, you can store actually any items in this, but the real nice reason about the piggy bank is that even if the coins are in the piggy bank and not in my inventory, I can actually go to the merchant, and it will consider the coins in the piggy bank as though they were in my inventory. So, the piggy bank coins are kind of like long-range inventory coins. It looks like somehow actually none of the enemies are getting over that little barrier there. So I'm gonna break out here and do a little bit of housekeeping while it's nighttime. So, what do we need to do right now? The bed is gonna be useless. Oh, never mind, there's enemies. Okay. I'll be thinking while I'm stabbing. Okay, so, what do we need to do? We want to make iron armor right now, so I can't see these eyes through the... how am I gonna go about this? So, maybe I'll just kill them all. I'll just kill them all and then do the crafting. That's much easier. Oh, actually, I realized probably what I should have done. I should have gone inside of the guide's house and then grapple hook to the ceiling. But it's already done. Oh, never mind, it's not already done. Yeah, I'm not gonna wait for the enemies to stop spawning because they're never gonna stop spawning. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go inside the guide's house and then grapple to the ceiling so that I can actually... I can't access the table? That sucks. I thought I could access the table through the wall like this. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I'll just try and speedcraft my way through this. Okay, so I need iron, 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 iron. I'll make gold for now, because gold is useful. I can see that drippler coming. I gotta kind of look at my peripheral, because I'm seeing the, I'm seeing the drippler through my peripheral with, looking directly at the iron craft, which is kind of funny. There are actually some useful items you can get out of, Blood Moon enemies, like, what are they? Shark Tooth Necklace is a pretty nice damage per second increase. It works better against bosses than regular enemies, but it is a damage increase, so it's a pretty solid item. I'm not going to be gunning for it right now. Oh, is it already day? No, it's not already day. I have no idea where the slime came from if it's not day yet, so... Oh, I can make gold armor. How much is gold? 20, 30, 25. 45, 30, 75 gold bars. That's going to be a lot of gold. 15, 25, 20. So yeah, I can make full iron armor. I'm probably going to do that right now because, well, this is a tough choice, you know, because iron armor does more defense than cactus, but of course the cactus hits like a truck, so it might actually just be better to stick with cactus. Well, no, because I have a gun now, so I'm not lacking damage, so I'm going to make myself iron. I'm going to do this. I'm going to skip out on the iron helmet, actually, because I've got a mining helmet, and I'm probably going to wear, like, this. No, I'll make an iron helmet, because, when it comes time for bosses, what I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do for the bosses is I'm gonna unequip my mining helmet and just use torches, so I can get that extra defense. Like, if you take a look at this, I have an extra 2 defense as the set bonus, so yeah, I went from 3 defense to 9 defense, I just tripled my defense. I will sell this cactus armor since I don't need it anymore. Sell, give me that couple copper. This is a quick stack button, by the way. It's extremely useful. You just tap it. If you have a sorted storage system, then it'll basically just clear your inventory. So, right. One of the things I want to make, by the way, is called a magluminescence. It's a pretty fancy name. But if we go to the guide can teach you how to craft things. Like, you just give them an item, and it'll show you everything you can craft with it. But what we're looking for is this, magluminescence. So you need 12 crimtane bars and 5 topaz. So that's why I was mining that topaz earlier, even though I have a grappling hook already. The reason for that is because a magluminescence gives you light. So like it's kind of like a mining helmet, except instead of taking your helmet slot, it takes an accessory slot. But you've got a lot of accessory slots, so it's not so bad to equip a magluminescence just all the time. It also increases your acceleration, which is just very handy. Like, after using a magluminescence for a little while, it just feels really slow doing anything. So, let's see. I think that actually I've done pretty much all I really can do right now in the night. I've made myself some new armor. I'm probably going to go about making myself a new storage system right now. I don't think you guys want to see that. So I'm going to start building a storage system, and then I'll cut back in once that's done. So, yeah. Alright guys, this is what the storage system looks like, by the way. It's the same exact size as the NPC houses, where it's 12 across and then as high as you can place. This is just how I like to do it. I have torches on the inside, just like the NPC houses, torches on the outside, just like the NPC houses. A line of chests are on the floor, and then one less chest across the ceiling says there's torches on the inside. How I normally go about this is I have mostly wooden chests, a couple gold chests to signify important stuff, and then one living chest. The living chest is there to, like, be my potion and ingredient storage. So, since it looks different, it's just easier to keep track of. By the way, you see this living loom sells for 2 whole gold. 2 gold for just, like, tiny little item that you get for free, so that's very useful. So, I probably will, cut out here while I'm sorting all this stuff. Oh, never mind, it's day. I still will cut out, though. So, I'm gonna cut and sort all my items. So, yeah, see you guys in a sec. Okay, so hey guys, I'm about done sorting my inventory. I sold the flare gun and the living items just because I'm not gonna need them. quick stack away my coins. So now I've got a rough sort. This is valuable materials, empty, empty, old tools, potions and ingredients, blocks, and miscellaneous stuff. I will quickly grab out a couple of the things that I might need. So I'll grab the bombs in the gel for sticky bombs. I'll bring the wood and dirt with me in case I need to place anything. I won't be needing any health potions because I've already got lesser health potions. So yeah, it's looking pretty solid right now. We've got actually really nice stuff right now. We've got 2 starter weapons now. The Undertaker, it does the same amount of damage as the boomerang, but it hits faster and harder actually, because the bullet damage is actually added to the gun damage. So the Undertaker does 19 plus 7 instead of just the 19. So yeah, the Undertaker will be my main weapon, but of course I've only got 100 bullets, so what am I going to do about that? One of the important things about Terraria is NPCs. So like I had the merchant move in, I had the guide move in. Once you have a gun, who is it? And a gunsmith, a gun guy will move in, and Mr. Gunman will sell you gun-related items. And those gun-related items like bullets, so that'll be pretty helpful. I'm gonna sell these emeralds, by the way, because I already have a grappling hook and I don't need them anymore. I'll quick stack away these. I'll probably also sell these amethyst too, actually, because, I mean, money is money. One of the NPCs is very greedy. You're gonna have to give him a lot of money, and it's pretty important stuff too, so you can't afford to not give them the money. Yeah. Okay, so my inventory is pretty much just sorted. I'm not going to use my Undertaker for now because I want to save my bullets. So I think that now is a good time in the world to actually just go exploring. So yeah, I'm going to just start walking in a direction. I'll probably cut out here and then cut back in once I hit a part that I haven't explored yet. Alright, this is the part where we entered the cave earlier, but now we're moving on to the Crimson Desert. Kind of wish this crimson was smaller. Since we have 2 of them, I was hoping for a small crimson, but it looks like this is kind of a big crimson size. By the way, if you notice that I'm actually like just absolutely zooming, that's because I've got these Hermes boots. They make it so after you walk for a little while, you start walking at a super fast speed. So yeah, that's why they're so useful, because that fast walk speed is really helpful for avoiding boss attacks. Honestly, in expert mode and above, I wouldn't even bother trying to take on the Eye of Cthulhu without Hermes boots. Maybe that's just because I'm bad at video games, but yeah. I need Hermes boots to take on any bosses, really. The only boss I would even try without Hermes boots is the King Slime, but the King Slime is hardly even a boss. We're not seeing anything really useful here. This is the ice biome. There are a couple useful things here. If you didn't get enough gems for a hook already, the ice caves actually tend to have a lot of gems on the walls. So, yeah, like this is... Oh, never mind. I was going to say that's an ice cave, but it just bottoms out to nothing. So, outside of the gems, the ice caves are pretty useless to you. You can get, what are they called? You can get like a couple early game weapons, but you have to get pretty lucky to get them, so I'd rather just check in the regular caves to get my early game weapons typically. Like this enchanted boomerang I can basically find from the surface. I don't even need to go caving for it, so yeah, that's how that would work. Oh, I decided to take out this tungsten ore, by the way, because I totally was not looking at that slime. But so I had the tungsten ore in my trash slot, but the trash slot actually never goes away unless you die, so I didn't actually end up getting rid of that tungsten. This is the dungeon, by the way. Do not go down the dungeon right now. The dungeon will insta-kill you if you go down there. Fun. We're gonna have to kill the 3rd boss before we can get to the dungeon. So yeah, the dungeon signifies that this side of the world is the one that doesn't have the a 3rd crimson? Oh, that sucks. Okay. So this is a 3 crimson world, so yeah, it sucks. I actually really don't like playing in worlds that have a crimson between the dungeon and the ocean. Usually what I like to use is have the dungeon be a natural biome blocker to stop the crimson from getting to the ocean. But in this world, the crimson is between the dungeon and the ocean, so it won't block, which means that I kind of have to... okay. Well, I was going to say something, but I found a nice thing. So, the crimson being between the dungeon and the ocean means that one of the oceans is practically dead if I don't do anything about it. But there is a biome blocker that you can make. So I'm probably going to show you guys how to make a biome blocker in a later episode. For now, we're still preparing for the first boss, so we're not anywhere close to being ready to make a biome blocker yet. I'm trying to fight off these Chimera because you see these little water pools like here and here. When you see little water pools disconnected from any major water source, that means that there is actually a flying island above them. So I'm going to be heading up there. You notice I saw some long, shallow pools earlier. Those aren't from a flying island, I'm pretty sure. Because it has to be specifically like a 1 or 2 block water thing, not anything more than just 1 or 2 blocks. And typically there's more than just the one pool, but sometimes there's just the 1 block pool. I'm just gonna straight up rope all the way up here. We can find some really nice items in flying islands. I think the one I'm hoping most for right now is a floating horseshoe. But of course, we also could get unlucky and get absolutely nothing of any use. We can get a sky mill, which would be useless. We can get a sword, which is pretty nice. We could get a lucky horseshoe, which makes us immune to fall damage. We could also get wings, which would be insane. Wings are very rare. Oh, this is very nice. We got like a little gold patch centered on the chest. What do we get? Oh, balloon. I'll take the balloon. The balloon increases your jump height. Like if you look now, I jump high. If I take off the balloon, I do not jump high. Some people really like the balloon. I was never really a huge fan, but I'll take it. So, money, bomb, tungsten, home pots. Okay, that's decent. I will mine this gold, by the way, because I want every bit of gold I can get. Those are harpies. Harpies are pretty dangerous for me right now, so I don't really want to fight it. I'm just gonna run. I think that they might follow me to the ground. I'm hoping that they won't. I can use my cloud in a bottle to stop this fall damage, by the way. That's why I don't mind just hopping off into the abyss. So, yeah, we're back to the Crimson. I jump, and now I take 0 fall damage. That's why a cloud in a bottle is so good. So actually, the cloud in the bottle will make up our... What will it make up? It will make up my vertical mobility. So I've got horizontal mobility from the Hermes boots, and then vertical mobility down with the shiny red balloon and the cloud in the bottle. So I'm pretty much just set mobility-wise for early game, especially with that grappling hook. So in terms of now, really all there is to do is just get myself some gold armor and maybe a gunsmith so I can get some bullets for my gun, and then I'll probably be ready to take on the first 2 bosses. Honestly, most of the time I just skip the first boss. There's another huge copper vein, but I'm gonna ignore that. This is the ocean, by the way. The world just ends at the ocean. Like, there is nothing past this. I will explore, though, because typically there is a chest or 2 down here. Oh, there it is. So a little cheat for this is you can go into the gameplay and turn on autopause. So autopause makes it so when you're in your inventory, nothing happens. So if I enter this chest, for example, it actually makes it so that the world just isn't moving while I'm in this chest. So I can freely get everything in this chest. Let me mine the chest too. Where's the chest? There it is. I got a trident. Ordinarily what I would do is I would just go dive in like a suicide run to try and get as much stuff as I can before I die. But because of the trident, I actually think that I will be able to get a lot of stuff, because the trident will make it so I can move faster in water. So yeah, I'll run down here and see what I can get. There's a humongous ocean cave. The ocean cave is not actually all that useful. There's nothing like special down there. I will go down just in case there is a chest, but it's looking like I'm gonna run out of air soon. Once I run out of air, I start taking damage at like an incredibly fast speed, so I'm gonna have to magic mirror really soon. Oh, we found our way all the way to the air pocket. That's neat. We did find another chest though, so that's useful. I'm gonna grab everything. None of it's useful actually. Like I'm gonna turn off autopod. It's annoying. But we got a pet, except I'm gonna just sell it immediately. We got stuff to sell, stuff to sell, stuff to sell. So pretty much we just got a couple gold coins out of that. It's almost always worth it to just go down the ocean and see what you can find. Sometimes you can get better stuff, but we didn't end up getting anything. So yeah, we got 4 gold out of that. That's pretty solid. I quick stack all my stuff. By the way, you saw that just everything just all the way over to the storage system. So yeah, that's probably the single nicest part of having an organized storage system like that. You might have seen in the chat earlier that traveling merchant arrived. Traveling merchants, they just appear sometimes. Sometimes they sell good stuff, sometimes they don't. What's this guy selling? I got 13 gold. I'm probably gonna get the bricklayer. It might seem like a waste to some of you, but it actually is involved in one of the tactics that I used to make the later game earlier. The later game, less annoying. So yeah, that was exploring that half the world. I'm gonna explore the other half of the world right now. I know that we're gonna be going towards the jungle on this half of the world because the jungle is always opposite of the dungeon. So yeah. This tree will be a natural biome blocker, so that'll protect spawn from the left side Crimson, but I will have to do something about the right side Crimson. I'm gonna have to do a lot of biome blocking in this world. That's kind of suck. Yeah. And also, when we get to hard mode, actually, when we kill the 5th boss, or maybe the 4th boss, I can't remember. I think it's the 5th boss. When we kill the 5th boss, another Crimson is 2 more evil biomes are going to spawn in the world. So on top of the 3 that are already here, I'm going to have to deal with 2 more, which is going to be really hectic. I'm probably basically just going to give up the entire rest of the world and just only hope that spawn is okay and let the rest of it die out. Eesh. That's fun. Yep, here's the Crimson. You can actually see that it's spread a little bit more. This used to be not so much red, but it's starting to spread into the plains biome. Yeah, it's worrisome. Crimson can only spread via grass right now, so I'm not too worried. It can't spread underground, so it's spreading across the surface, but the surface is easily just dug out. It's going to get a lot worse once it gets to hard mode and it can spread underground, so I'm going to have to do some extra prep to make sure that doesn't happen. We got a lot of these underground caves from the Crimson biome, so we're going to be able to farm that 3rd boss a lot for some money. That'll be pretty nice. Honestly, like, this might be a crazy take, but in my opinion, actually, the 3rd boss of Terraria is way easier than the 2nd one. The 3rd boss is called the Brain of Cthulhu. It's the one that you spawn by breaking those heart orbs. The Eye of Cthulhu, I mean, like, in classic mode, the Eye of Cthulhu is definitely easier, but in Expert and Master, I actually think that the Eye of Cthulhu gets so much harder that the Brain is easier. Alright, we're in the jungle now. The jungle's kind of a terrible place to be. I consider the jungle equally dangerous as the Crimson as an early game player, but if I can handle the Crimson, I can handle the jungle. But the jungle is also where you're going to find a lot of loot. So you find chests, there are guns, there's 1 gun in one of the chests. There's also 1 good cave, maybe 2, I don't remember. I can't remember if it's specifically 1 good cave or 2 good caves, but you're going to find at least 1 really good cave in the jungle that leads almost all the way down to hell. By the way, if you go all the way down to the bottom of the map, there's hell. By the looks of things, this is actually a good cave, so I'll just make a mental note of this. When I have... actually, I'm probably going to come back here later on, like maybe in this episode actually, because I'm going to want a boomstick to fight the Eye of Cthulhu with. The boomstick is, it's a gun. It hits hard, really hard. It's actually a solid enough weapon that you can pretty much, if you are good at video games, you can pretty much just take on the entirety of the first 4 to 5 bosses with just the boomstick. And you can get it before you even kill the first one, so that's really nice. I am going to try getting the boomstick. Remember I said I'm going to try and get the easiest setups for each stage of the game, and Ranger is very good in early game. There's prawns here. I'm going to grapple through so I can speed past them. I don't really want to hold myself up waiting for them. It's getting to nighttime, you can see by the darkness of the sky, so I'm probably going to swap over to my mining helmet now. That'll make it slightly brighter. Yeah, okay. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen any jungle bats yet. Jungle bats are another very annoying critter. Oh, this looks like a second good cave. Okay, so I guess we have 2 good caves in this jungle, 1 here and 1 there. One of them might end quickly, though, so I'm guessing that only one of them is going to be the good cave. This actually looks more good cavey to me than the other one, so my instincts are telling me that this one will be the good cave. You see this little speck of water? This might be a flying island, but I'm not certain, because the jungle is much more likely to have little bits of water that aren't flying islands. So you can trust that trick when you're not in the jungle, but when you're in the jungle, you have to be careful. Now that we have real armor and a real weapon, I don't mind just fighting off these zombies head on. There are a lot of zombies here, though, so I'll probably use some of my limited gun bullets. So yeah, you can see that it hits faster than the boomerang and at a longer range. That's a lot of zombies, dang, there's way more zombies spawning than usual. I do have a lot of vertical mobility, so I'm just going to hop over these guys. So, yeah, okay. I'm hoping for a shackle. A shackle drops from a zombie as a rare drop. It gives you, 1 defense. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's a defense, at least. I grabbed a sunflower, by the way. Sunflowers are moderately useful. When you're near a sunflower, enemies spawn at a decreased rate, and you have a considerably increased movement speed. I don't think this is Flying Island, by the way. It's too much water. Oh, I should not have been wasting a bullet like that. I already wasted almost half my bullets. That's kind of scary. Okay, so, stuff. I'll grab the chest. I always grab the chests whenever I see them, because I just always worry about running out of storage space. I'm just going to hop over these zombies. There's not really enough of them there for it to be worth me killing them. I grabbed 2 sunflowers, by the way. One of them I'm going to keep by the house, just so it's not so dangerous being in the house. And then the other, probably... Oh, this is definitely a sky island. I'm going to mark this, but probably not go here now, because it's nighttime. At nighttime, since these demon eyes can spawn, it's kind of dangerous to try and pillar up at night, so I'm probably just going to wait on that. But, yeah. By the way, you see those falling stars. The falling stars have been falling pretty much every night, I think. The thing with falling stars is that you need them as a mage player, but I'm not a mage player, so I'm kind of ignoring them mostly. I mean, like, so like if I can make a mana crystal out of 5 stars, and that will increase my mana bar over here. Except I haven't even found a single mana weapon this entire game. So yeah. This ocean's looking pretty nice, actually. The jungle shields the ocean from the crimson on this side. So this ocean I can pretty much just leave be. There's an angler over there. The angler's just a nuisance. I'm not even going to bother waking him up because he's just a nuisance. He'll only piss off my NPCs. I turn on autopause and then I grab some more items like this. The flipper is actually very nice. The flipper makes it so I can swim in water now, so I can basically just fly when I'm in water. So I will be able to explore this entire ocean biome too. Looks like I got lucky both times. Most of the time you can only go like about halfway in before you have to mirror home or die. If I don't have any money on me, I don't mind just dying, but I've got about a gold on me, so I'd rather mirror home instead of dying. Except of course I got lucky and I didn't have to do that either of those things because I got that flipper. I will mirror home now though because there's no more chests to be had. Oh, autopause just feels so wrong to play with. Okay. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a bit more inventory sorting, so I'll quickly do that off screen. Alright guys, so I just finished sorting out the inventory. You notice I've got nice clean inventory slots now. Chests have been restocked. It's actually been 40 minutes already? That's insane. I feel like I haven't done anything today. What did I do? I explored the world. I went down this cave. I got gun. I'm probably gonna, next episode, start gearing up to face the next boss. I feel like these episodes are so short, man. Huh. Well, so, yeah, I'm probably gonna end the episode here. So, yeah. See you guys.